hard work, this.
It is the beginning of 2012 and the first expedition to Goatchurch Cavern has commenced. A small team of experienced cavers, under the guidance and leadership of professional caving instructor Christopher Binding, set out to a relatively unknown caving region among the Mendip Hills in Somerset, southwest England. The hidden valley of Burrington Combe is acknowledged by local inhabitants to contain countless caves, but is largely unvisited by potholers, partly because of its reputation, but mostly because of its difficulty. All the routes in Goatchurch Cavern present a unique challenge, in part because of the almost unrelenting demands involved, and in expedition terms it is a totally new site. Few, if any, cavers have ever journeyed entirely through its labyrinth of passages. Kevin, Bruce and Chris have spent several months building up their strength and stamina.
It looked pretty friendly from over there, but now we're next to it, it's pretty damn scary.
It's going to take some real determination to do this cave, but I think it's possible.
This expedition will be the first team ever to catalogue their efforts and discoveries on film, and aims to provide the wider public with an insight to the hidden realms beneath these hills.
Yeah, it's alright. Cheers, man. Yes, below. Okay.
The obstacles ahead represent a considerable barrier, which even seasoned cavers find daunting.
Well, these are shit. I'm horrified. I have zero confidence within them. Right, coming down. Right. On again.
So the objective over the next few days is to visit and push as much of this cave as we can, but it's going to be quite a long process because of the need to establish a camp, and our style of vertical caving means we may be making fairly slow progress from time to time. I am excited by the prospect though. It's not a cave I'm that familiar with. I've been to a lot of it. However, the most important thing by far is to come back alive. We've got everything to live for and nothing to die for.
The teammates will be pioneering the use of single rope techniques within the cave to negotiate its many vertical hazards, some of which have never been descended before. Although a relative newcomer to caving, Kevin has progressed quickly to become a very capable and strong team player. Kevin has clocked up some big trips and he is a veteran of deep cave camping over 1 kilometre below the surface.
I'm not making this look very smooth, am I?
I'll tell you what, mate, by the time we finish this gig, my guns are going to come massive.
It'll be a great privilege if we can visit the whole of this cave. There's a lot to check out.
Chris has clocked up a handful of trips to Goatchurch Cavern, as a result of which he has good working knowledge of various routes through its maze-like ramifications. As team leader, it is his responsibility to ensure the overall safety of the cavers.
Yeah!
The furthest known part of Goatchurch Cavern, beyond the notorious Dexian series, was first discovered and explored by members of the Bristol Exploration Club in the 1980s. A decade later, the Axbridge Caving Group discovered and surveyed the Orange Peel extensions, since which time no further successful exploratory work has taken place and nothing has been published.
Big handholds, big jugs, big balls.
spending sufficient time in the cave to explore all of its ramifications will require underground camps along the way.
So it's day one of our little adventure, and we've just done a lot of chore work, hiking the bags in and passing gear, but now we're sort of getting into the meat of it. So in terms of effort and hauling, it should be getting along. But things will be getting more tricky, so yeah, things are looking okay at the moment. Temperature's pretty good, feeling pretty fit, but it is good to get some weight off the shoulders.